1. Check 1. Check. Check 1. Check බලන්න ඔයාට check 1 2 1 check 1 1 නෑ දැන් අර සේන අපේ තියෙන මේ FM එකකට ඩයිනමික් එකක් කනෙක්ට් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. හරි. හරියට නැද්ද? දැන් මේක මෙහෙම ගහලා තියන්න.
Asia Rugby Sevens Series 2015. The two teams as a lineup, it will be Japan and China. The two worthy teams have played some excellent rugby right throughout these 2 days, and they are once again entered the final of the women's segment, Japan and China. That game will be followed by the men's finals, and it will also feature Japan taking on Hong Kong in the men's final.
Hello. We're standing by here for the Women's Cup final. That's right, the Women's Cup final. Here we go, everybody. Finally, after 48 games of rugby here at the Lanka Sevens in Colombo, it's the Women's Cup final coming out now. Japan and China, clearly the best two teams over these 2 days. And they walk out with tournament director Aaron Stockdale looking rather confused and lost there. But it's been a wonderful weekend of women's rugby. A few upsets along the way. Japan have beaten Hong Kong in the semi-final convincingly 17-0 after thrashing Singapore 38-0. And China are here after beating Thailand 24-5 and beating Sri Lanka in the quarterfinals 17-0. The scene is set for what should be an excellent game of women's rugby. But first, the national anthem of Sri Lanka. Here we go, the scene is set for the Women's Cup final after a stirring rendition of the Sri Lankan national anthem. It's nearly 7 p.m. in the evening here in Colombo. It's been a fantastic 2 days of rugby. It's been hot. We had torrential downpour yesterday in the afternoon, but it hasn't rained today. The cloud has been nice. And these teams have played 5 games of rugby leading up to this match. And if either team could win this, the Chinese side were one of the best displays of women's rugby, sevens rugby I've seen in a long time. In their quarterfinal match, 55 points they put on Uzbekistan. Coach Ben Gollings from England was impressed as well, but then they didn't look so good against Thailand. And the Japanese, always well organised, well structured, and a well balanced side here, looked very impressive, beating Hong Kong 17-0. And off we go. It hasn't gone to 10. Everybody stands around. Who's going to take it? No one. So it's a free kick back on halfway. First advantage to Japan as Nakamura takes the ball to the dot. We should see some big clashes here. Both of these teams have got some very big players. Chinese especially. Nakamura goes in and gets it, and out it comes to number 11, Kuwai, and she has an immediate go at the defence. She's one of the bigger Japanese players. Through the legs, as quick as you like. This is Koide, scored a lot of tries in this tournament. Takeuchi to Nakamura. Out again to Kuwai. Steps inside the tackle of Lee. There's good continuity. Through goes Takeuchi. Nakamura off the boot. That's been towed forward. And it's a matter of getting the ball down on the ground here. Chinese defence is going backwards. It's good. And referee Patrick Kwok awards a scrum to China. Desperate defence from China. Look at this front row battle here. This should be an interesting contest. Look at that. It's very solid. And away comes China, scooting around the blind side. Number 11, Zhao. And Japan looking for the turnover here, and they've got it. China holding on to the ball. Kanematsu goes quickly. She darts over from a quick tap, and Japan take first blood in this cup final. It's 5-0 against China.
Yeah, just looking at that replay, she won't be too happy there. The Chinese player just getting isolated. The pass wasn't so perfect, so she had to kneel on the ground and collected it. Resulted in a turnover and just a quick tap in.
Nakamura with the conversion, so it's an early 7-0 lead for Japan. And it's been all Japan so far. They'll get a chance now, China, from this restart, but Nakamura's restarts are pretty deadly, so let's see if she can get this on the money. A little bounce, 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 and here we go. She's gone for the deep one this time. No pressure on the receiver, and now China's turn to build some pressure, and here goes Zhao. Got some big, fast, powerful players in this team. A little bit of miscommunication there, bumping into each other, but the drive forward is good to get some go forward. Yang slings it away to Liu, and this is sloppy work from China. Didn't see this many drop balls at all in the game against Uzbekistan, and maybe they're tired, but they also started to look a little bit sloppy in the semi-final. And the same thing happened in the cup final in the China Sevens. They were great all tournament, and they came up against Hong Kong and just threw the ball away repeatedly over and over. Just a sign of tiredness, I think. It's the underarm throw-in, and up goes Yamaguchi. She blasts her way to the line, and they're lining up now. Here goes Nakamura. She ducks under one. Good bridging by Kuwai. This is Koide. Desperate Chinese defense here as Japan looking for a very quick second try, and reaching out for the line is Tomita. She's not there. It's coming back slowly, and over again goes Yamaguchi. She's been a real star of the sevens, usually scoring out wide with blistering pace, but Japan in for a second quick try. They lead 12-0.
Yeah, we said in the beginning of this match that both of these teams are well drilled and well structured, and as you can see there, the experience of this Japanese side closer to the line, and they just rallied around and just the short passes. Didn't need to come back 5 or 10 meters, just worked it through the fringes of the ruck, and over they go. Yes, we see the conversion there, and Ben Collins won't be too happy with that start.
Indeed, indeed, and China coughing up possession on 2 occasions there. Here comes Marie Yamaguchi with her 4th try of the tournament. Probably her easiest try today, and Ben Collins will be shouting from the sideline to control this restart and get some momentum here, get some phases going. Nakamura with the restart again, she goes deep. That seems to be their strategy here. And here comes Yu, and again the ball has been bobbled, it's gone down, advantage, and it's gone. It's 3 in a row, and I'm just looking across to Ben Gollings to see if he needs to take a seat. I spoke to Ben earlier on. He was incredibly pleased with the Uzbekistan performance, but a shabby run out against Thailand, and it seems to be continuing here. A bit hot and cold, and away come Japan again. On a short ball comes Kanimatsu, and that's a rehearsed move. Nakamura to Koide. Yamaguchi's out wide. Number 7, and she goes, Marie Yamaguchi, the try scorer. And this is Takeuchi, puts on the brakes. These Chinese are looking tired on defense as well, I've got to say. Yamaguchi gets it on the bounce, it didn't go forward. Away by Takeuchi, there's numbers here, just hands will do it. Tomita out wide to Kanimatsu. Great defense from China. Number 1, Yang getting across there, and she gets up to tidy up the ball. Desperate defense from China. Assistant referee Kawasaki-san over there from Japan, one of the 2 female referees here today, done a great job along with referee Eunice. And look at that from the line out, but it's not straight. That's unfortunate. And 7 minutes up on the clock, but I think these are 10-minute matches, the final, so the clock has malfunctioned, needs to be subbed out. Sub in a new clock, because there's at least 3 minutes remaining. Here comes China, running it out from their own dead ball line, try line. This Japanese defence is not going to let them run out of there, surely. They're going to have to kick it at some stage, and here it comes, a defensive bomb. It's been fumbled, but it's gone backwards, and it looks like they were ahead of the kicker. Just referee says, bring it over here, please. Nakamura is cooking something up here with Koide. Sure, they're cooking something, and referee Kwok just saying, what are you doing? What's your move? And that's it. Nakamura with the tap and go, and look at that, from a set move. They discussed it in a little conference there, a little mini conference, and brilliantly done from Japan. It was a set move, 3rd try to Japan. Love it.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. I don't think I've ever seen in my good old days, years of experience. She was the one that took the tap. He tapped the ball and she went around, and one of her players right next to her picked the ball up and passed it to her, and she just chipped over the defenders and chased.
Very innovative there, and we didn't catch it on the replay. A little tap, she ran to the right, got it from Koide, chipped it through, and there was no one back there. Wonderful stuff. Nakamura knocks it over, and that's 19-0 after Not sure. Here we see it again, the tail end of it. Love the way they just stood there and discussed it. Shall we do that thing that we that we practiced the other day? And you could see the smiles on Nakamura as she scored, delighted that something comes off like that. And 19-0, China going to have to get back into this game. They're getting outplayed in every department, but they're not doing themselves any favour. They need to hold on to the ball for some phases now. Here they come. They seem to have lost their confidence that they had earlier in today. Oh, and there's a beautiful ball coming straight into the line. Good hard straight running. The blowout is good. In comes the support. This is Huang. And I'm sure we haven't seen the end of China yet, but they have to build some confidence again. And just holding on to the ball there in contact was Yu. And so a let off on the 10-metre mark in their own territory.
Yeah, the Chinese have never been in the Japanese in the Japanese half. Outside the half for the first half of this match.
And that is half time. Patrick Kwok calls half time, and it's Japan with a 19-0 lead, and it's all Japan. And China are going to have to get their act together in the second half, as they're 3 tries to down and struggling to hold on to the ball.
The Chinese certainly will have to come up with something different in its next half, in this last half of this match. Of course, the Japanese girls have got it sorted. Obviously, they've done their homework and they've sort of studied them quite well. The defensive line is shooting up so quickly and denying the Chinese to attack and to have some sort of space to attack. And they're getting on their faces and they're not being able to handle the pressure.
Ben Gollings is probably in the middle there with his translator, telling the girls to stick to their patterns because they can clearly do it. Maybe overcomplicating things here. And also we see the Japanese coach Keiko Asami in the middle. That's the big man there.
I don't think he said that much.
Keep it going. A couple of Japanese flags across there, some local support. So 10 more minutes for China to work their way back into this. It's only 3 scores, and I saw them score 7 or 8 blistering tries against Uzbekistan where everything went right. And you could say it was because it was against a lesser opposition, but some of the stuff they were doing, the lines they were running, and the skills they were showing, I think we saw every single trick in the book. Maybe they brought out their A game too early. And now the pressure's on. That's when it really counts, to stick to your patterns and structures and believe in yourselves. And I think they've lost a little bit of belief here. So let's see if they can bring it back. Nakamura, is she going to go deep again, or will she give her chasers something to go for? No, it's a little bit deep again. And that's fielded by Zhao. And here we go, piercing through the defense goes Liu. Yang swings it away, and there's a bit of space out on the right there, but they'll struggle to get around Yamaguchi because she's got some serious gas. And so they take in the contact. Good clean out there from the Chinese supporting players. And another error there under intense pressure gifts Japan with a scrum about on the 20-metre mark. Chinese territory, not what they wanted.
Just haven't been able to string any faces Again, another basic error there, but I don't think they've been in the Japanese half, in the first half.
That's right, and here it comes from the scrum. Koide takes it and steps off her left, and the defence is coming across, but she slices through the middle, and under the post she goes. The first chance they get, Japan are on the board for the second half. This Japanese machine is in full flight now.
Just too clinical for the Japanese there, capitalizing on that knock-on. And the Chinese just don't seem to have any answer.
There is Ben Gollings in the background. You could see him just putting his hands in his pockets so he doesn't get them out. You can see the whites of his knuckles. And regardless of the outcome here, both teams will be wanting to impress their coaches and selectors ahead of the two-leg series for the Olympic qualifiers. We'll have the 7th and 8th of November in Hong Kong, and then a second leg following that on the 21st, 22nd in Tokyo, a two-leg series to decide who will represent Asia at the Olympics. What an enormous occasion. And at this rate, the Japanese clearly got the running, although they were knocked out of the cup competition at the China Sevens by Hong Kong. A 5-0 victory up there, which is a bit of a shock defeat. And Hong Kong then going on to beat the China team in the final 24-15. Here we go again with another scrum right out 15 metres from the line. Here goes Koide again. Chinese defence is getting in there, but they're not been very effective. It's Yamaguchi, number 7, takes the ball from Nakamura. Nakamura again slings it away to Yoku. Number should do it. It's Koide to Takeuchi. That's good fanning defence from China. They've got there, but again it comes back. Here goes Koide. She opens up her eyes, has a look. That's good defence. Good tackle, scrambling tackle from Yang. She gets pushed in the back for her troubles. And it's relentless, this Japanese pressure. And the inside ball, it's a killer. It is, and Kanimatsu goes in. It's very hard to defend that inside ball when you're tired, because the defense gets lazy and can't get across. And it's just relentless from Japan. China are tired. They're fighting over it. Who can score the try there? But it's Kanimatsu.
Yeah, the Japanese team there showing every signs why they are the number one contestant, or the number one team in this women's section in Asia, putting the foot on the throat, really, not really giving away any chance whatsoever.
And they look happy, they're enjoying their work, and they know this game is won, and they've won the series with the aggregate result over the two legs. It's another good kick from Nakamura, and they're piling on the misery here for China, and just looking down at the body language of China, hands on hips, doesn't look like anyone's talking, and that's a shame, because I thought I had high hopes for them coming into this knockouts. There's the bench there. They're going to roll a couple of subs by the looks. And again, we see the same kickoff. That seems to be the strategy, preferring not to contest in the air with the Chinese, the taller Chinese. So they're kicking it a bit deeper and waiting for the error, which inevitably comes. And Chen out to Yuan, but it's behind her, and momentum is stopped, and Huang picks it up, gets them go forward, and Chen comes back to help her. And look at that leg drive, good work under the attention of Yoku. And can they string some phases together? They are out of this match. They're down 33-0. They're playing the game in the wrong part of the field. Subs on. Patrick Koch doing the hokey pokey there, and on comes Tong. Maybe she can make a difference.
For me, the defensive patterns of the Japanese has been very on the spot right from the start, and they've outplayed the Chinese right from the start, and they struggle to find a solution through that defense. And when they do turn the ball over, they are ruthless.
Ruthless indeed. And Chen nudges it down the sideline for a much welcomed bit of territorial gain, which they're struggling to get from running the ball out. And they've botched the line-out throw. It hasn't been thrown straight, so giving the ball straight back to Japan now with 3 minutes remaining. They'll be looking to add on a little bit more misery. And just to remind everybody who's top dog. The arm goes up as scrum half was interfered as that ball came out the scrum, and now they fling it wide. Here goes number 4, Yoku. Looks like it might have been stolen by China. Yes, it has, and not releasing, so away they come. And can they make it into halfway? Yes, they can. Look at this huge run, 20 metres. Is that the new player Tong coming on? I'm not sure. That's more like it. Here we go, China. Lovely stuff. Away goes Zhang. Can he go all the way? Nakamura's not going to catch it. And that's what China can do, everybody. Where has that been?
Yeah, just a bit of variation there. Just a loop and doubling around, and there was space on the far side. But the key there was that last receiver, the girl on the far side, coming back inside and making the defense coming to a standstill, and there was a bit of space out wide.
Kick is over, so China have got themselves 7 points through a lovely bit of interplay, and we know they can do it. But you've got to give credit to the Japanese defense. It's been a combination of good defense from Japan and just sloppy ball handling by China has combined to deprive them of any real momentum in this game until it's too late. 1.5 minutes remaining, 33 points to 7. Japan is going to win the cup here in Sri Lanka. Here goes Yamaguchi. I love the way this girl runs. Very well balanced. One minute remaining, and they're taking their time here. They know they can't win, but they would like to end on winning ways, at least with a flourish. And after all that waiting, it seemed like there was a bit of miscommunication, but batting the ball down there, says Patrick Kwok. So one last chance. It's Tong. Again, the ball being spilled, but it's gone backwards. Oh, beautiful show and go, and as she got the pace, good defence from the sweeper, coming across, getting around the legs. The hard-running China. Lily Huang it was, one of the leading try scorers in this tournament. Again the show and go, and this time it's Lily Huang again. This defence has been stretched, but it's holding on. In comes we can't end the game just yet. It's one more penalty. Ref would probably think about going to his pocket if there wasn't time up on the clock. It's Huang, Lily Huang, slinging it out. It's Tong, and Tong is going to go over Ishii. She's very big and powerful. Again, the Japanese defense denies her. They don't care that they're going to win this game by a huge margin. They value their line, but in the end, China have gone over, and they've got a late consolation, a second try. It's 33 points to 12, but they've been outgunned by this fantastic Japanese outfit.
Yeah, a good finish by the Chinese girls, and they had to, just a bit of pride, as we see the try there. It was certainly outplayed right from the kickoff, but
That's it. Patrick Kwok blows the whistle to bring down the curtain on this women's tournament here in Sri Lanka. Japan have won the game 33 points to 12, simply outclassing China and everyone else that came before them in this tournament. Deserved winners, and they take the Asian 7 series over this 2-leg tournament. Congratulations to Japan.